This is Trusted Renovations. Over 25 projects, over 25 top companies in their field, all working toward one goal, to turn a dated 1970s ranch house into the dream home for one couple and their family. Here's just one of the companies who took on this amazing challenge.
So joining me now is Chris Lalamia with Trusted Toolbox. Chris, you worked with us on the bathroom up there. You did multiple projects, but the bathroom was the big deal for us. Talk to us a little bit about what you found and what you did.
All right, yeah, we love that bathroom project. When we first got out there, we looked at, coming off that main hallway, and we saw it was a really small opening. So we wanted to open that up, talk with the homeowner a little bit about doing that. And the first thing you saw when you walked in there was the toilet. And we thought that would be a good idea to hide the toilet and switch the vanity around. So what we really did was just open up the space a little bit, add some tile, put a new vanity in, switch where the toilet and the vanity were, and then finish it off with some crown molding and a nice coat of paint. Right,
so not a major renovation, but just a little bit of something to give it a new updated look, change the configuration just a little bit, not huge though. Now tell us a little bit about, with the age of the home being the 70s, what did you find when you walked into the existing bathroom?
Yeah, so when we first looked at it, we knew we were going to be up against a few things that we weren't sure about, but there was probably the biggest one was we knew there would be some cement underneath that tile. We just didn't think it would be as thick as it was.
How thick was it?
It ended up being 4 inches thick.
Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot of demolition.
Yep.
Did you do demolition?
So we didn't demo that.
All right.
We decided to go off the bedrock. So what we ended up doing was floating it out to make it nice and smooth, and that gave us a good start getting into it.
So the tub that's in this bathroom, talk to me a little bit about that. The homeowner wanted to take it out.
Yeah, she did. I wouldn't say I talked her out of it, but we definitely had a lot of discussion about how great a cast iron tub can be, especially for that home and what it can do for the house.
The newer tubs tend to be maybe a little flimsy, is that right?
People like to get cost-effective tubs, and sometimes they might be moving a little bit more. We've had experiences with that before, where people want to get rid of the old and put in the new, and don't realize that the old was probably better than the new to begin with.
Right, but the cast iron tubs can be refinished if they don't look good, because I think the reason she wanted to get rid of those is because it didn't look so nice.
Right.
In her mind, but it was really actually okay.
Right, and it actually turns out to be a more cost-effective answer. Somebody can come in and refinish that tub. As long as they know what they're doing, it's going to come out looking beautiful.
Fantastic.
And these folks are going to get in a nice hot tub.
Chris, we have so much more to go over about your renovation project at the Trusted Renovation House.
Yes, we do.
Fantastic. Hey, don't go away. We'll be right back.
One of the first challenges we ran into was looking at the threshold and the transition from the bathroom to the hallway, and we got that figured out. Some of the things we ran into with this project was just that it was a little bit of an older house. It looked pretty straightforward, but as you ran into a couple of things, some of the plumbing had to be taken into account, a lot of old plumbing. So that means we had to bring in some extra framing materials to bring out what we needed to do. We went ahead and put up our backer board, which is what you apply your tile to, make sure that your tile is not going to move. And when you put it on anything else, sometimes those walls start to give or move over time. When you put up backer board, it's a cement-based product, and it's a lot stiffer for us to put the tile on. So we like putting that up because we have a better substrate to work with. After you put your backer board up and have it ready to go, you put the waterproofing solution on. From the waterproofing, what that does is keep the water from getting out behind the walls. So when you apply your tile to it, make sure that the water stays in the shower or the bathroom, wherever you've got it. When we started working on the floor, of course, we had to have it all leveled out. After we got it leveled out, we started applying our tile. You can see these large format tiles. They look great when they're down, but they're actually a little bit of a challenge to put down. You'll see that even professionals use spacers and have to take special time to make sure that they get it all nice and level. As we talked about earlier, we had to level the floor, and we first thought we would take it down to the subfloor and then build it back up. But when we ran into 4 inches of concrete, we realized we had a good base to work with, but it was really uneven. It really came out great. Even if you go in there with bare feet and try to run your feet across the bottom of it, you'll see that the tiles are very level, which is a pretty hard thing to do in some of these large format tiles. As we put the subway tiles up in the bathroom, we wanted to make sure we had the right pattern, but we also wanted to put some accent in there, and we did a little bit of accent work in the niche, which you'll see when we finish up. So we picked these tiles just to accent the floor tiles. The subway tile look is pretty popular right now and coming back, relatively timeless. Something that if you ever put in, you'll never take it out because it was too trendy. You'll always be able to rely on it. But it really did that just to keep everything open, light, and airy, and pretty excited about where we think it was going to go.